Big
Big Wreck
Rex.
as well. Yeah. I've teched their most recent stuff, the last two EPs I guess they put out. And
Sekou.
I've known Sekou forever, man. I've probably known Sekou for about 10 years now. He's
Back
a
to the
huge
Thornley days, or
like I said, I've only known him for about 10 years. So I feel like that's probably post Thornley days.
so post
I
Thornley, we have he was with Bedwood Soundclash, Serena Ryder.
I kind of I met him when he was with Serena, and I mean I think he still plays with Serena to this day. But kind of when he had just started with that. Actually, that's a great. Here's before I actually even really knew Sekou. There's actually what you were telling me earlier, like, oh, if you have any stories, here's a funny story. And I'm literally known amongst the Alexa on Fire and City and Color camps as a horrible. They talk about how bad of a storyteller I
Like,
am,
how can
and they
someone be
laugh
a
about
bad
it.
storyteller? Like, you
I'm
just forget the
I
details. Like, what is
Yeah,
it?
and I trip on my words, and I kind of my stories go for a little too long, and they're really not that interesting. But I'll keep this one. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. When I was in college, I went to school for audio recording. So I was horrible at it, but I worked as a stagehand in Ottawa and like as a loader and all that jazz. And Serena Ryder was playing at Mavericks in Ottawa, and my buddy Brody was out as their backline tech and loaded all the gear. And I said, "Hey, Brody," I'm like, "Can I set up the drums?" He's like, "Yeah, you know drums pretty well. Set them up." Didn't know the drummer's setup or anything, just totally blindly did it. The drummer walked in, he goes, "Hey, who set up my drums?" And someone was like, "That guy over there." And I was kind of in the back corner. He goes, "Yo, you nailed my drum setup. Like, do you want to come out on tour with us for the next whatever 2 weeks?" And I was like, "I'm in school, man. Sorry. Like I'm in university. Well, not university, college." and and I should have probably got in that bus and taken that gig, but instead I went and flunked recording college. But that was before I even knew Sekou, but that was my first offer to be a drum tech.
Wow.
And
That's
I told him that story a few years later, and he thought that was hilarious.
and did he remember you? I mean, it was a brief moment for him, I guess.
I don't recall him remembering me. Maybe he did, but I don't think he did. But it's a true story. I could promise you that.
That's awesome.